you doing, everyone? Welcome back. Happy New Year. Welcome to the channel and welcome back to this W-Co guitar. This is a tenor guitar and it is kind of like a ukulele sized guitar, and I've already done a couple things to the body to stabilize it, some crack repair and some bracing work, and now it's time to add a fretboard to this guitar. However, the neck angle is completely flat. So let's review our options and how we're going to do that. So taking a closer look at this, there's three ways I could go about this. One of them is to steam off this neck and change the neck angle and reattach it. I could saw it off and change the neck angle and bolt it on. Or I could install a shim underneath the fretboard, a tapered shim, to change that neck angle. So how am I going to do that, you ask? Well, let me show you. So this is the jig. And you might say, well, what the hell is that? Looks like two pieces of wood. Well, it is. But if you look in the bottom, they're attached by two bolts. One bolt that's stationary, another bolt that's adjustable. So this is able to slide and change the angle from this board to this board. I'm going to attach my shim stock, which is a piece of walnut. That's going to get attached to this face of this block here. And as I change this angle, I can run this through my disc sander, use this edge here against the fence, and as I push this through, it will only remove material from the back side and work its way down to a taper. Let me demonstrate that for you. Okay, a couple of things happened there. Number one, I should have had my dust collection on. And number two, I saw this start to move. And so I'm not exactly sure if I got it. I'm not even close to where it needs to be. But I think you can see that's basically the idea. So let me get it down to the right taper, and then I'll show you what that looks like. Here's the finished sanding straight out of the machine. Here's the tricky part, trying to remove the tape from the board without snapping it. It's thicker on this end, so it's not that difficult really. Well, I think you can see that we're thicker here, thinner down here. I was shooting for about 150 thousandths, so I'm about 149.5, and I know I'm coming down to nothing. So I just need to clean this up a little bit, and then we'll test it out. We'll have a moment of truth here. Here we have the shim and the fretboard. And here's the 12th fret, so I want to line it up with the body. Just going to put a little clamp here, hold it in place. You can see that shim under there. It's about 150 thousandths higher. It looks kind of funny right now. We'll see what we can do about that. But the key thing here, when we install this bridge, where are we lining up with it? Now there's no frets on here, so it's naturally going to be a little bit lower. And let's take a look here. I can see it's just touching it right now, so just touching the top of it. I think that's going to work out just about right. So let me go ahead and get to the next step here in fitting this shim underneath the fretboard. Let's have a look, shall we? Let's go ahead and see how this fits on the guitar. And what I'm going to do to locate this is I'm going to take a couple of small little brads. Just get a little something underneath here to support it. I'm just going to put a little brad, tack it in place. It's not going to take much. And I'm going to cut it off. So just barely a little nubbin on there sticking out. A little bit of that sticking out. That little bit of protrusion is going to hold this in place while I line this up. The only reference point I really have here is the 12th fret, and I want it centered on the neck. I transferred the 12th fret to the back side and I drew a pencil mark. I can line this up with the body by eye and then get it centered by eye and feel, and then just apply a little bit of pressure. Let's go ahead and line this up with our little brads. And then looking from the back side, I have just a little bit of material to clean up that I can sand and get that perfectly flush to the neck. It's a slight little step right there right now. So that'll sand out nicely. I think the next thing I want to do is put a radius. I'm going to go with a 16-inch radius block. Let me go ahead and do that now. Well, I hope you enjoyed watching this process. So here's the final fretboard on the guitar. Next I'll be adding inlay markers and installing the frets, as well as mounting it permanently to this neck. If you want to see the guitar through completion, I'll be posting another video coming soon, so make sure to subscribe. Alright, thanks everyone. See you in the next one. Peace and love.
Peace and love, peace and love.
Hey, look out!